If I say Japanese cow, what comes to mind? The word Wagyu. That's what this cook's about. It's about comparing a Wagyu ribeye steak versus a prime ribeye steak. I've never had a Wagyu ribeye steak. Let's see if this Wagyu ribeye steak is worth the extra money from a backyard perspective. When we're talking about Wagyu in the United States, it's not 100% Wagyu most of the time. In the late 1980s, the early 1990s, the Japanese outlawed exporting their 100% Wagyu bred cattle. They actually made the cow a national pastime or national treasure. Now, before they outlawed it, 40 100% Wagyu cows made it into the United States. So we do have 100% Wagyu beef in the United States, but it is very rare and incredibly expensive. There's several levels of Wagyu, and more commonly what we have is one of those levels, and it's Wagyu mixed with Angus or Hereford. And here's our Wagyu, and there's our prime. The Wagyu steak cost me $55, the prime steak cost me $29. All right, so our Wagyu is on the left and our prime is on the right. Little bit of oxidation on the prime, and you can definitely see that the Wagyu steak has more marbling. I don't know that it's a significant amount. Let's go get the grill warmed up. We're gonna be cooking on the Weber. Keep the seasoning on my steaks very simple. Coarse pepper, and I don't put any binders on. Coarse salt. I do like to use a little bit of Trader Joe's, just a dusting. We're gonna let those come up to room temperature. We'll put them on the grill. We're cooking on the Weber kettle grill today, and I'm using the slow and sear. Click show more down below the video, and there's lots of information down there. This is my son's first steak, teaching him how to do steaks tonight. That's okay, just get him onto the coals. There you go. Now get the other one. Set him down beside it. That's okay, yep. There you go. So we're gonna do 1.5 minutes each flip and each turn. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn them 45 degrees and get some grill marks. Here's our Wagyu. And there's our prime. We're gonna let them go for another minute and a half. First time my son's ever flipped a steak. There you go. Perfect. Attaboy. Good job. 45 degrees, let's turn. Lift it up. Make sure it's over the coals, slide it back over the coals. There you go. Now get the other one. Now slide him back over the coals. There you go. Wagyu versus prime grade when it comes to ribeye steak from a backyard, at-home perspective. Let's put it to the test. My son's first steak and my first Wagyu. So let's see how it goes. Let's try the one on the right first.
Okay.
Wonderful steak. Tender. What do you think of that steak?
That's amazing.
Yeah?
It's got so much flavor.
Excellent flavor. Let's try the one on the left. That's good. It's really good. What do you think?
It's really good.
Yeah. You can definitely tell the difference. The Wagyu steak is more tender and it has a more beefy flavor, which is nice. I like it. It's hard to describe, but it's a better consistency. It's just more tender, more flavor. The question is, from a backyard perspective, from a home budget, $30 versus $55. Is it worth it? If it is, when is it worth it? Which one do you think is best?
The Wagyu.
The Wagyu. All right, so he agrees. The Wagyu is better. On a scale of 1 to 10, best steak you ever had, where do you put the Wagyu?
Probably.
Remember that steak we had when we went skiing that one time?
9.
Okay.
I'd put it at probably a 9.
Okay. And where do you put the prime?
An 8.
An 8. So it's that close. Now that's not to say that we got the best Wagyu steak around. I don't for a minute think that's the case. I've seen some pictures of other Wagyu steaks and the marbling is just unreal. So, you know, I'm not saying that this was the best Wagyu steak, but it is, you could see it was graded Wagyu. I'm probably gonna agree with him. It's probably a 9. And I'm gonna put the prime at about a 7. So does the Wagyu steak warrant $25 extra per steak? I can't say, I can't suggest that you go spend $25 extra per steak, when you wanna do a steak and get the Wagyu. What I will suggest to you is do it one time. Or if you have a very special occasion, do the Wagyu, maybe even spend a little more if you're gonna do it and get a higher grade Wagyu. Make sure that you get a higher grade Wagyu to really go all out. But it's, if you cook the steak properly, and you get at least a prime grade steak, you're gonna have great steak that night. So, I mean, it's about the meat, and as long as you stick with prime or better, you're gonna have a great steak. And I think that's what I found out here. Wagyu is a great steak, great flavor, great tenderness, but a lot of it comes down to making sure you prep it and cook it the right way. So we're gonna have a great dinner now. So give me a pound for first steak cook. We'll see you next time.